Lexus UX 250 hours luxury 2019, we drive new baby crossover. Premium yet compact crossovers are where the market's at these days, with the latest typifying the breed being the new Lexus UX. Smallest of the Japanese luxury marques SUV hierarchy, nestling below the NX, RX and RXL, the UX has a fight on its hands against all manner of competition including Audi's Q2 and Q3, BMW's X1 and X2, the E-Pace and Range Rover Evoque from Jaguar Land Rover, Mercedes' soon-to-be replaced GLA and Volvo's XC40. This could get bloody. In these tech-savvy times when ICT parlance has leaked into everyday language, you'd be forgiven for assuming its naming initials might stand for user experience. Not a bit of it. Much more rudimentary than that, this is Lexus's urban crossover, get it? This is why that despite ticking the usually crossover styling Q boxes, the UX looks more like a tall hatchback, also see GLA for this approach, than a rugged SUV. Will that matter? It might for those Lexus loyalists who assume this is the replacement for aging CT, a hybrid hatch that's had so many facelifts its headlights are almost touching its tailgate. The company vehemently stresses that's not the case. Much more rudimentary than that, this is Lexus's urban crossover, get it? This is why that despite ticking the usually crossover styling Q boxes, the UX looks more like a tall hatchback, also see GLA for this approach, than a rugged SUV. Will that matter? It might for those Lexus loyalists who assume this is the replacement for aging CT, a hybrid hatch that's had so many facelifts its headlights are almost touching its tailgate. The company vehemently stresses that's not the case. A new long stroke, for improved low-down torque, 2.0-litre petrol millers combined with Lexus's latest generation hybrid gubbins, producing 176 bhp combined. Somehow it doesn't feel as rapid as its 8.5 second 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration time suggests it might, while its top speed is electronically capped at 110 miles per hour. It won't be cheap, but it should prove more cost-efficient, particularly for urban dwellers, than a diesel-engined rival. Remember there's no plug-in version of the UX, at least for now, so a low battery level minimizes how much pure F running it can manage, but improvements have been made to enable coasting on fast downhill stretches of road. Combine this with the switch to less flattering WLTP efficiency figures and you're looking at a claimed average of 42.8 miles per gallon and emissions of 131 grams/km of CO2. Spec it up with the F-Sport's 18-inch alloys and the E4 system and those numbers worsen to 35.6 miles per gallon and 157 grams/km. There's no doubting that if you're in the front, at least, the Lexus UX is a cocooningly pleasurable place in which to spend time. It soothes with its comfort, quietness and air of refinement, particularly if you stick with the standard 17-inch wheels and go for a luxury specification model. Even the styling is interesting in a softer than its rival's manner, with aerodynamic creases and flicks all over the body, but best demonstrated by the tail lights. Whether it's distinctive enough to draw attention away from its lack of ruggedness compared with its rivals is one thing, but the lack of room in the rear half of the car won't win it many friends. It won't be a deal breaker for everyone, of course, in which case the Lexus UX is an efficient, feel-good crossover for those who appreciate comfort over sportiness.